Beep boop bop, it's Becca, and welcome back to Baking with Becca. So today we're going to make a vegan upside down peach cake. So I have these farm fresh peaches. I got them from the farmer's market. I can already smell them, they're so good. This cake is gonna have the best flavors in them. And so here we go. So here are all of our ingredients. We'll start over here. We have 2 cups of flour, 3/4 cups of sugar, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, a pinch of salt, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, half a cup of margarine, 3/4 cups of rice milk, 1 tablespoon of vinegar, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, 3/4 cups of brown sugar, 6 tablespoons of margarine, and peaches. Okay, so the oven is preheated to 350 degrees. Now we're going to start combining our ingredients. So I softened the margarine for about 20 seconds. It got a little more melty than I wanted, but it doesn't matter. So I'm going to add that in first. I'm just going to use a whisk to start off. And the sugar. We're just going to cream these. We want them to get very combined and a little fluffy. Okay, so that is nice and mushed together. We want to now make our egg substitute. So this is the best part. We're going to make a little volcanic eruption. So we have our baking soda and vinegar that we mix together. Just give it a little mix. Oops. And then add that in. I love the sizzle. Baking is really chemistry. But baking's better than chemistry because you don't actually have to be as exact. At least I'm not. Okay, so now we're gonna add in our vanilla and our rice milk. And mix that all together. So you know that that's mixed together when it looks really gross. And then you're gonna add in the rest of the dry ingredients. So we have our flour, and we have our baking powder and our salt. And again, mix it all up. So this batter is gonna be pretty thick because it's just like a nice, dense vanilla pound cake type thing, which is gonna be a really good balance with our delicious, juicy peaches. So the batter's now ready, and we're gonna set this aside and prepare our peaches. So now it is time to prep the peaches. So we're just gonna use a peeler to peel them, and then we're going to cut them into some thin pieces, and then they go on the bottom of the cake because it'll be upside down. So I'm just going to use a peeler and peel them. If you have a better method for peeling peaches, let me know in the comments what you do. I know sometimes you can use your fingers to peel it, but it wasn't working that well. So I'm just gonna use a peeler and hope for the best. So the peaches are naked, and it's time to chop them up before they go in the bath. So we're gonna take one right here, and I'm just gonna do some pretty thin slivers. So I'm just gonna cut it straight down like this. And then I do another one. So on the bottom of the cake, we're just gonna have 1 layer of peaches. So this is about a good thickness. I'm just gonna spin it each time and keep going. You don't wanna get too close to the pit. So now I'm gonna finish cutting all 4 of the peaches. So now we are ready to assemble the peaches. So I melted the margarine. It was in the microwave for about a minute. You want it to get very soupy. It goes through the stages of being solid, then being kind of mushy, and then it's very liquidy. So that's what you want right now. And so I'm gonna pour this right into the pan. And then I'm gonna add the brown sugar directly in. And you can just mix it up right in the pan. So this is what's gonna be kind of like a syrupy part on top of the peaches after it bakes. And so when we turn it upside down, it's gonna be like a syrupy, nice peach cut up topping. Okay, so now it's a syrup and it's evenly spread out. And I'm just gonna take the peaches and place them, I can pick them up, place them all over. You can overlap them a little bit, but don't do it too much. And it's like a puzzle, which is my favorite thing in the world to do. Puzzles are my passion, if you don't know. So just place them all over. So our peaches have covered the whole pan. It was a perfect amount of peaches. And so now I'm going to spoon out some of the batter just all over. Try and do it pretty evenly because it's going to be hard to spread it out once it's on top of the syrupy part, just because it's so wet. So just put it out all over. Okay, so I really tried to spoon out the batter evenly all over the top of the peaches. Now I'm going to use this little rubber spatula called the finger and spread it out a little bit more. Okay, so it's spread out evenly, and now this is going to go in the oven and bake for about 35 minutes, maybe a little bit more, but also you can stick a toothpick in, and if it comes out clean, that means that it's ready. So we'll pop this in the oven. Okay, so the cake is out of the oven, and now we have to flip it out because it is an upside down peach cake, and so it has to be upside down, and I'm really scared, and this is kind of a two-person job, but I don't have a buddy with me because my buddy's behind the camera. So I'm just gonna flip it and hope that it turns out well. Here we go. It smells really good at least. And, oh, it looks good. Okay, here I go. 1, 2, 3. That was terrifying. It really worked. Okay, there's just a couple stuck on here. I'm just gonna get a spatula and put them on, and we're fine. Take this one, right there. It's like a puzzle again. Right there. And this one. Wow, you can't even tell that there's a problem. Okay, so now we need to let it cool for another like 10 minutes. So that was 5 minutes that it sat cooling in here because you don't want it to cool all the way because then it's just going to get stuck to here. It still wants to be nice and syrupy, but now it is extremely hot. We want to let it cool for like 10 minutes and then we can try it. Okay, now it's cooled enough and ready to try it, and I'm so excited. So I'm just going to cut this corner right here. It's so gooey on the top. This is so exciting. Huh. That was easy. Okay, so we have our little vanilla cake on the bottom. It's nice and fluffy. And now we're going to take a bite with some gooey peach and some cake. Okay. Mmm. Mmm. The syrup has so much flavor, and it makes the whole thing like very soft and warm in your mouth, which is really good. Wow, I'm impressed. This turned out really well. I hope you guys try this recipe and give this video a thumbs up. Comment down below anything you want me to make in the future, or any ideas about this, or literally anything. I want to hear what you think. And I'll see you next time. Bye.